Okay, we're going to talk about bulge cases. They're a problem, and there's something we can do when it comes to the 40 or the 45. That's the two most popular range pickups, especially the 40. We can use the Bulge Buster kit made by Lee. So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a press, of course. You're going to need the Bulge Buster kit. You're going to need the factory crimp die by Lee, the carbide factory crimp die. And you're going to need some cases and, of course, a press. So let's get our press ready. We do not need a shell holder, so we're going to remove that. We're going to remove our priming arm. We're going to remove this turret. And we're also going to remove the auto indexing feature on the turret because we want this to act as a single stage. Alright, we'll replace with a empty turret. Okay, so let's get started. Open up the kit. Essentially, when you buy this kit, you get some instructions, tells you what to do. And it's 3 pieces basically. You have your, I guess, push rod for the shell and your tube. So this is I would call this a feeder tube you can actually use if you have a Lee progressive press, the Pro 1000 or the whatever the other one's called. I can't remember what it's called. But their case feed tubes will fit right in this, so that will help if you got one of those. So put your ram in there. Let's get our Lee die out, our factory crimp die. And you're going to have to disassemble this, so take your top adjusting knob off. Once you have that adjusting knob off, you want to take the ferrule out, like so. Raise your ram. You want to screw this down until that ram actually enters the die. But you don't want your die touching the shell plate. So we want to make sure we're not doing that. Okay, we're in there. We're fairly close. Now we'll take our tube here, screw that in. All right, we're actually ready. All right, the case that it comes in, it actually helps in catching the brass, so we'll throw that up there. We'll leave the lid off till we get started. And we're going to start with one case that has been deprimed. So you'll lower the ram, position that on there, and just kind of help it feed in there. It's pretty easy. And push. Now you won't see the first one pop up. You're going to have to get 3 or 4 going before you can actually have one pop up. Alright, a little resistance there, so I felt that one. And another good thing is you can go ahead and get it started, right up in the die right there, because it's not hitting that carbide till you get right up to the top. Okay, that was a good little resistance there. So that's our second case, I believe. Here's our third. Oh, have one pop out of the top there. So they're finishing out. So what that did is that took any possible bulge that was in this case out. Put our case back on there. Catch them. Well, just go like that. Okay. All right, we'll run this one through one more time. All right, there it goes. See that top one just entered it? There we go. Now we're cooking. Now that one, after this one and one more, that one should fall out. So now we're on to the last 3. Now these have not been deprimed. Let's get those started. Oh man, that's even tough going in there. So there we go. There we go. All right, so that gets rid of that bulge. So that way you don't have any problems when it comes to chambering your round, because when you're resizing and the case goes up through the sizing die, you're not going all the way to the bottom just because your shell holder is going to be holding it. So that's going to be a problem. With this, you're going to straight shot through, and it's only for straight wall cases. So you're talking 380 auto, 40 Smith & Wesson 10 millimeter, 357 SIG. Even though it's a bottleneck, you can still get that bulge out because it's a straight wall. 45 ACP, 45 gap, if anybody shoots that. 41 Action Express, 400 Corbon, and I think there's one more. Let's see if they listed in the instructions. And there may be others. Let's see. This shows their factory crimp dies. So, yeah, 45 Win Mag. List that. So, I guess all the others but that. So, it's only for straight wall cases. You're not going to be able to do 9mm on this. It's a tapered case, and it's just not going to work. Anybody that tells you it will work, you're ruining your brass. Don't listen to them. You know, you're really ruining it. This kit, you know, $19 plus tax. Got to have your factory crimp die for that caliber. So this is the 45 ACP. Works great. I've been using it. I've not had a problem with feeding or chambering any rounds that I've reloaded since I got this. If you're picking up range pickup, it's a good idea to get that. So, only other bad thing is trying to get those last few cases out. But once you get a few going, you know you're all right. Kind of shake them over in there. The little catcher's not perfect. You know, you've got to get a few going, but hey, that's okay. So, but once you get them and you get it kind of full, just kind of tip it over, pull it out, and your cases are done. So, these, and you can actually see on this good dirty case where it actually got it clean. Let's see if we can view this. So you can see that good shiny part at the bottom. That's where it was bulged in the chamber. And these have not been sized. This is one that's not been deprimed. And you can see it's not so much on that side. But you get over here, you see that little band. It's a good band there. Almost looks like a belted case. That band's so dead on right there. You gotta focus on that. Yeah. So the Lee Bulge kit, great kit. I would suggest it. If you're shooting 45 auto or 40, get it. It's gonna help. I've seen countless people shoot reloads and they have problems, especially if they're shooting a Smith & Wesson M&P, where that chamber's, you know, has a whole lot more tolerances than, you know, the Glock, and they reload ammo that's been shot through a Glock, and they just get jam after jam after jam. I mean, they're hitting the back of the slide, you know, giving that little forward assist just to get it to chamber. Now, if it's so far bulged out, you know, you probably don't want to use it. I think Lee recommends not resizing or bulge busting anything shot from a Glock. Yeah, that's what it says. It says do not use bulge buster kit to reload for the 40 Smith & Wesson Glock or similar guns with chambers that are not fully supported. So, I guess they're thinking that brass has just kind of been, it's been stretched out so much, and then you push it back up, and you know, you get it in that same spot, you could have a rupture of the case and have a failure. I've done it. Of course, I'm not shooting super hot loads on that, so never on the 40 Smith & Wesson, only on the 45. So that may be it. Just the 40's got a whole lot more pressure on it. So anyway, bulge buster kit. Just thought I'd give you that info. This case goes down like that. I've seen some people load it like that, but I guess that could work, but your capacity kind of drops. So, but just remember, if you've got a Loadmaster, that's the name of that press, or the Pro 1000, and you're bulge busting the 40 or 45, you can take your case tube and slide it right down in there, and this is actually going to load your case as you bulge it. So that's a time saver right there. You know, I would probably clean them first, but yeah, that would fill up, and you can unscrew this, flip it over, and you're good to go. All right, that's all for now. Hope this was beneficial. Like it. Give me some comments. Let me know what I can do better. And subscribe and share. Let's get some views going. And let me know what you want to see. I'm out.